Good morning, it's Monday and we're doing our first Givenergy All In One. I'm quite excited about this today. I've not installed one of these yet and we've got an engineer from Givenergy coming to help us. So let's get loaded up, let's get on with it. So here we are on the installation. We've got an existing inverter here, so that's an SMA branded as a Shuko. The gateway and Givenergy battery is going to be on that wall, so we've got plenty of space there. A little bit of tidying up to do, I think. And we're also going to drop down the EV into the gateway so it can be monitored online. We're going to bring out an earth cable, pop in a rod there. That's going to be Matt's job. And today we've got Sean with us from Givenergy. So let's go crack on. So how much does this weigh?
175.2.
Yeah.
It's about 200 with a pallet.
200 kilos, so just slightly over what I can bench. You're not lying.
Another little skip so you can hit the ground. Fingers on that pallet.
And that's in every box?
Every single box you get wall brackets, spirit level, expansion bolts and a Wi-Fi antenna.
It's quite a big unit, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is the only bit you'll take off.
Okay.
You never need to go into that inside there. So key one with these, like I say, modular packs. Once you've got the locking screws out of place, nice strong sturdy handle on it, yank up, nice and easy. If you want to carry it different ways, there's different handles, but also the connections are all recessed, so there's zero potentiality of any short circuit or harm. When removing the batteries, they do not need to go back in the same way. Drag it to us, stand it up there, so you should be able to get behind that, or two people. It is manageable with one. Hands in, lift it up. It's a nice weight. What you do, you offer it up into place, roughly where it's going to stay. It's got its adjustable feet. They've got an up to a 3-inch adjustment on them. So if the ground's a little bit uneven, you can adjust that height to bring it level using the spirit level provided.
So this just slots on.
Get a little bit higher, down, there you go. Okay. And then you'll just make sure you use locking screws at the side.
So that's the gateway on the wall. What have we got there? PV meter?
So we've started from the right to left. We've got our grid breaker. So this is our C100 coming in from the tail. So when we get to the point, we'll disconnect all of this. We'll take our tail straight from our DPI into the C100, which then through inside the gateway will go out from the C80, which will go back to the customer's consumer unit. Customer's out existing solar, which is on this DB here. We will remove this and relocate this solar onto the PV in on the gateway. And we've also got a built-in all-in-one breaker, which will go directly to the all-in-one. The customer also does have an EV charger, which we are going to relocate into this position here, so everything's fed from the gateway.
Right, okay, so where do the tails go?
So we've got tails in from the supply,
Yep.
tails out
Yep.
to the consumer unit. There is a bypass breaker built in as well, so if the gateway for any reason was to fail, we can override the power and have grid supply direct to the customer, so the customer's not going to be left in darkness.
Okay.
In terms of earthing arrangements, for example, this one is a PME system, but with this having built-in UPS, we need to ensure we fit an earth rod, which one of the lads are on with now. In the instance of fitting an earth rod, we need to bring the earth into this internal MET, and we will just link across to the existing MET there. If the property is already an existing TT system, we'll just leave it alone. We've already got the existing rod, we don't need to add an additional rod in place. It's that simple. And the equipment's also got a built-in SPD as well. Tight.
So the one thing we have got on this, with it being a PME system, is we've got a parallel earth rod for island mode. So that comes down here. So the earth comes along here and down there. So that's the parallel earth rod in case of loss of mains. So yeah, we've not had the camera guy here today, so we've been trying it myself. I think it's going.
I think it's going pretty well.
Jury's out. So anyway, yes, we're nearly done. We're just waiting for firmware, and then we can get this working, commission tested. So if you've ever installed a Tesla Powerwall, you'll have done a gateway similar to this. The features of this gateway, massively different. So we're not crossing over cables to try and get it in. All the meters, CT clamps are pre-wired. All the connections are pre-done. All we've got to do is get a grid supply in, a bypass switch. So if this does fail, the customer can actually switch it on and bypass the whole system. Circuits for our solar and circuits for the all-in-one. Obviously it is an AC coupled system. So if you do have, am I right in thinking if you do have multiple installations on site, we can incorporate?
Yes, so obviously this, you can bring, we got a C32 inside the gateway built in. That can be upgraded to a C40, so you can just run multiple solar arrays from that single point, up to 7 kilowatts. If you've got multiple solar from different supplies, we can relocate the ID2 meter, which would monitor external solar, and we can use a LoRa device, or we can even hardwire some Cat6 across to monitor it from an external source, so it doesn't have to come from the gateway.
And how many of these batteries can we stack together?
At the moment, just the one.
Okay.
But we do have pre-wired parallel terminations inside the gateway, ready for future development of multiple all-in-ones on one gateway.
So we're all done. Batteries in and working. Inverter, we swapped over that old Shuko, if you remember from earlier on. We've put an SAJ in. Customer just wanted to get a prolonged warranty on it, so the warranty cycle starts again. New inverter, that's connected to the internet. The Givenergy gateway, that's all connected. We've got tails in, tails out. So we're self-sufficient now, aren't we?
Yep, all up and running. Customers completely battery only at the moment due to the time of day that it is. Obviously we've got no sun right now, but yes, customer is literally living on the battery as we speak.
Okay, brilliant. So we're all done. We're going to hand over to the customer. But yeah,
Thanks, Billy.
you've done a great video.
You've done a very good job then, so
thank you.
give it proof.
Brill, and we're done.